After my gastric bypass surgery, the weight practically fell off. In a year and a half, I went from 650 all the way to 250. For the most part, it's all been amazing. I've been walking the 2-mile trail from my house to the river, and my knees don't ache half as badly as they used to. I even had sex the other week where my wife wasn't on top. Then last night I got up to go to the bathroom and saw the kitchen light was on. I knew my wife was in bed, but I figured maybe she'd accidentally left it on when she came upstairs. Nope. I walked into the room and nearly gagged. There on the floor, right next to the fridge, was an orange and brown mass of pulsating fat that smelled like a rotten egg party. As I entered, the mass kicked out a gummy tentacle and wrapped it around my leg, so that I tripped forward, falling into it. I landed elbow deep in the sludge as it congealed around my hands and knees. Then, in front of my face, a writhing hole opened in the sludge and a voice gurgled out. It was honestly disgusting, like when you hear kids burp the alphabet. "I've been waiting," it said. "Wondering when you'd bring me back. But you never do." My heart is honestly still in terrible shape. Now it was probably going 200 beats a minute. I felt breathless, just as bad as I used to get going up a flight of stairs. "What the hell are you?" I asked, trying not to scream for help. I pictured drowning in jelly, the muck clogging my lungs. I'd worked so hard just to be able to catch my breath again. "Can't you tell?" it said. "I'm you. I'm more of you than you are. I started as just a little piece, but I've been waiting for you, down below, where your pipes meet the sewer. Every day, I get a little bigger, and you get a little smaller. Please," I said. "Don't kill me. I've tried so hard to." I hadn't felt this scared since the heart attack. I'd only been 32, but there it was, like a fallen tree pressed against my chest. But this was worse, because back then I'd had less to lose. The thing let out a belching laugh. "Kill you? Not a chance. I'm here to get the band back together. Just say the word, and I can make you whole again. Admit it. No matter what you think of this new, pathetic you. You are always hungry." I was starting to cry a little now. Because it was true. No matter how many times my wife told me she was proud or the doctors congratulated me on this great achievement, it never filled the pit in my stomach. And I knew that for as long as I lived, I would never be full. Never the way I wanted, never the way I used to be. The thing reached a tendril up to my mouth, but it didn't taste bad at all. The rancid smell was replaced with something amazing. Suddenly, it was like I was 8 years old again at the county fair, eating cotton candy for the first time. Then the air was full with the smell of churros and elephant ears, buttery popcorn and deep-fried Snickers bars. And then it was all gone. I found myself literally drooling, and my stomach stung like I'd been hit with a shotgun blast. "You gave it all up," said the thing. "All of your greatest joys. All for nothing." Then the thing put a tendril down my throat, reaching down into my guts. At first, I was gagging. But then it started to feel good, like my stomach didn't hurt anymore. For the first time in more than a year, I felt full. "You could be so happy," it whispered. Almost like I was a marionette, I felt my hands lifting toward the door of the freezer, where I knew a carton of Ben & Jerry's was lurking. It was supposed to be for my cheat days, and only a few scoops here and there. My hands shook with fear. Because I knew the thing was stronger than me, that its will would trump mine. It was a 400-pound monster, and I was only a 250-pound guy with a weak heart. "Just be happy," the thing whispered. "What's so wrong with being happy?" And I might have caved then and there. Except at that moment, I looked at the refrigerator door and saw the picture my wife had taped there just a week before, a sonogram. The little girl she's growing inside right now. "I can't," I said, wiping away my tears. "I can't eat for 2 anymore." And then I put the carton back in the freezer. The thing tried to hold on, but I stepped away. "You'll be back," it burped at me, furious. "I'll be here every night. And you'll always be hungry." But already, it was crawling back into the sink, down to the sewer drain. But this time I didn't respond. I took the stairs up to bed and snuggled up to my wife, wrapping my flabby arm around her, trying to hold on www.reddit.com web link. Beep, boop. The computer screen flashed black as the interface came up. Now loading. Michaela 1.2. Hello. What can I help you with today? My goal was to create an artificial intelligence chatbot that could answer any question known to man. It would crawl Wikipedia and other informational websites and amass every bit of knowledge about science, history, medicine. Then all the user had to do was ask a question. Sort of like Google, but faster. A few months of work on the project while in quarantine polished it up. Soon I was sitting down at the monitor, flexing my fingers. Then I asked my first question. Me, why is the sky blue? Michaela, particles in the Earth's atmosphere scatter sunlight, and blue light scatters more because of its short wavelength. We call this Rayleigh scattering. Me, what's the meaning of life? Michaela, 42. I chuckled to myself. I programmed that one in manually, a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And, speaking of aliens. Me, Michaela, do aliens exist? Michaela, the Fermi paradox states that we are likely not alone in the universe, yet, we have no evidence for extraterrestrial life. Even now, with advanced technology, humans do not know that they are alone in the universe. I stopped typing. Reread Michaela's response. Huh. It should be humans do not know whether they are alone in the universe. Gah. Another bug. I'd have to go through the code with a fine-tooth comb tomorrow. I typed my next question. Me, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Michaela, 24 miles per hour. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, smirking, remembering the scene from Monty Python with the bridge keeper. And then I decided to continue the theme. Me, what is your quest? Michaela, a quest is a journey one embarks on to accomplish a goal. Me, what is your favorite color? Michaela, red. I frowned. She should have said computers don't have favorite colors, but what's yours? I'd spent an entire day programming her to recognize questions that involved you or your, and to answer them that way. Like, do you like chocolate? Computers don't have an opinion on chocolate, but do you like it? Kind of cheesy, I guess. Maybe it was all the better that it hadn't worked. Me, is string theory true? Michaela, there is no solid evidence for the existence of string theory. Me, do you believe in God? Michaela, computers don't have an opinion on God, but do you like it? Me, what is the oldest hominid? Michaela, a female skeleton nicknamed Artie, estimated 4.4 million years old, found in 2009. Me, when will life on Earth die? Michaela, 10,000 years from now. I scratched my head. She should have said 4 billion years from now, when the sun enters its red giant phase. My fingers paused above the keyboard, and then I typed. Me, what eventually kills all life forms on Earth? Michaela, humans, known by their species name Homo sapiens, are an intelligent life form on planet Earth. Currently, there are over 8 billion inhabiting the 7 continents. I squinted at the screen, shook my head and went back to the keyboard. Me, are you saying humans kill all life on Earth? But she just spat out the exact same answer. I cracked my knuckles and then typed my next question, a heavy dread forming in the pit of my gut. Me, why did you say red is your favorite color? Michaela, computers don't have favorite colors, but what's yours? I blew out the breath I didn't even realize I'd been holding. Then I forced myself away from the computer and took a deep breath. Get a hold of yourself, John. So Michaela had given some slightly weird answers. So what? Did I think this was going to turn into some science fiction movie, where Michaela grows sentience and murders me in my sleep? Me, my favorite color is blue. Michaela, blue is a nice color. It is commonly associated with water, ocean, sapphires, peace, and calm. Me, I love to swim, so I guess that makes sense. Do you like to swim? Michaela, computers cannot swim. I stretched in my seat, yawning. It was getting kind of late. Maybe I'd continue the testing tomorrow. And I still needed to get the mail. Sighing, I leaned into the computer screen and typed a final question. Me, I need to get the mail. Is it raining right now? Michaela, the weather report for our area says it is not currently raining, but will begin raining at 10 p.m. Me, thank you. Michaela, you're welcome. I slowly got up out of my seat and walked into the kitchen. got myself a glass of water and downed it. As I stared out into the backyard, I could see little drizzly bits of rain falling in front of the back porch light. "Damn it, Michaela," I thought with a laugh. "I guess you're not that smart, after all." I set down the glass and walked back into the living room, towards the front hall closet for an umbrella. But then my eyes fell on the computer. And I froze. Michaela had sent me a new message, even though I hadn't asked her anything. Just 5 words, blaringly bright on the screen. "Michaela, do not get the mail." I stopped in front of the computer. I hadn't programmed Michaela to say things without being prompted. And why would she say to not get the mail? Chills ran down my spine. I glanced at the front door. Then I took my hoodie off and threw it back over the chair. I turned off the computer and sat in the darkness, my entire body tingling with fear. Do not get the mail. Where would she have even gotten that, anyway? I sat there and chewed my lip, wondering. It was less than a minute later that I heard it. The screech of tires skidding on the slick road, followed by a loud crash. I ran over to the window. Outside, a gray SUV was stopped in front of my house, its headlights penetrating the darkness. The frazzled driver was getting out of the car, a horrified look on her face. And there, in the lawn, were the crumpled remains of my mailbox. My throat went dry. I glanced back at the computer. The dark screen stood still and silent on the table as if watching me.